Hey friends, I'm simpolcheeks and welcome back to another speed build. By the way, long time no voiceover, but before we get into that, I hope you're all having a lovely weekend so far. So today's build is in San Sequoia, which is the brand new world that came with the Growing Together expansion pack. I am building a family home for 3 Sims. This is a 30 by 20 lot, which is the Sequoia Cottage lot. Um, and let me just say that it's kind of refreshing to see lots like this that are like longer sideways. I don't think we have much lots that are oriented this way. So I really had fun playing with the shape of this house, and it's actually my first time to build a craftsman style home. So I hope I gave it justice. If you're familiar with this kind of home or style, then please let me know in the comments if um, it looks pretty close to a craftsman style, or what else can I do for it to look like a craftsman style home. But anyway, I really like the color scheme that I used for this house. I used this teal like siding for the walls, and I combined it with these windows and doors that have this orangey wood tone. And I was also surprised that the flower boxes from Discover University has matched these wood tones, and also that light from Cottage Living. So I really like how they complemented each other. And this house have three bedrooms. Sorry. Um, English is not working well today, but let's just try. So this is a 3 bedroom house, 1 bedroom for the parents, and then there is also a nursery room, and downstairs I was also able to fit in a guest bedroom. So Growing Together came with the gameplay aspect where you can finally invite or arrange stayovers or sleepovers. So we can now make functional guest bedrooms in the game. So I did that, and also there are 2 full bathrooms in this home, one upstairs and one downstairs. I was also able to make a laundry room and an office. So I think that's pretty much what we have for this house. So I'm just gonna talk briefly about why I stopped doing voiceovers, or at least those mini intros that I do on my previous speed builds. So if you're a regular viewer of this channel, you may have noticed that before, I have this kind of like mini intros in my videos where I talk a little bit about what you can expect from this build, and sometimes I also share personal stuff. But recently, I have focused on just doing speed builds that have background music. So now I am mostly doing speed builds that have this lo-fi music. I also try to slow down my videos a bit, so it's kind of like it would come off as a little relaxing for you guys to watch while we have those background music. But in reality, my previous microphone broke. I'm not sure if I was able to mention it here on YouTube, but I think I was able to tweet about it. So that's the reason why I stopped doing those little voiceovers. But thankfully, with your support and you know, which I'm very grateful for, I was able to buy this new microphone, which is what I'm using now. So thank you guys so much for sticking with me, for watching the videos, liking them, and leaving comments. So other people will also, this video will, my videos also reach other people. Let me just say, it feels very weird to do voiceovers again. It feels like I haven't done this forever. And the fact that I'm also now trying to talk in English without having to read the script. So my previous voiceovers are actually me having something, me reading something that I wrote before I recorded the voiceovers, because I'm sure you already know by now, but I'm not a native English speaker. So I came from the Philippines. I'm not fluent with English. I am not very confident in speaking the language. And so in order for me to do those voiceovers, what I do is I try to come up with a script while watching the playback of my speed build, and then record the voiceover. So I'm just reading most of the time. But now, what I'm trying to do is I really want to get over that fear of speaking in English so that I will get better at it. So, since I also work in a corporate job, I think it would be really beneficial for me to learn how to converse and speak in English. Oh no, my voice is cracking. Can you hear that? But yep, I really want to get better at conversing in English. So I figured out, since I bought this mic, I better use it as much as I can. And I thought about maybe gradually doing voiceovers. Probably not all the time, but I will try to do voiceovers once in a while, just for me to be able to practice and get comfortable with speaking my mind by speaking in English. So I hope that's okay with you guys. I would still keep some of the videos that have the lo-fi music, so that we could cater those people who prefer watching speed builds with background music. But gradually, I will try to do voiceovers once in a while, and maybe increase the duration of me doing voiceovers until I get used to it and I get to do maybe a full voiceover in the future. So I hope that's okay with you guys. And I really hope that I get over that fear of, also public speaking. In real life, I am really very introverted. So I'm not really the type of person who speaks a lot. I am very reserved. I only speak when I really have something to say. But aside from that, I'm very quiet. I'm the type of person who just observes. So with this exercise, I hope I get better at it, and it would help me overcome this social anxiety. I'm not sure if you call it social anxiety, but I'll just call it that way. So yep, hopefully we get better at speaking in English, and gaining that. I think what's important when it comes to speaking is gaining that confidence, because what I think happens to me is that I can process the English in my brain perfectly fine. Some colleagues even mentioned that I am very good in terms of writing in English. So when I do documentations or emails, I do fairly good with English, but it's just that the speaking part that is very hard for me. I guess what makes it hard is that I have this fear that I would be maybe judged with the way I speak, or if I'm saying things correctly, or if my grammar is correct. So I think that's what's stopping me from actually expressing myself better in English, or speaking in English. So I really want to get over that fear um, by doing this. And also, of course, doing it at work, where I regularly interact with teammates that are overseas. So I think it would be really helpful for me to just, keep practicing and speaking in English as much as I can. So, yep, that's it. Sorry for the ramble, but I really want to share that with you guys, so that you won't think that it's weird that I'm doing this voiceover, and then sometimes I don't. So, yep. By the way, can you guys let me know in the comments if what type of speed builds do you prefer watching? Do you prefer watching voiceovers, ones that have voiceovers, or the ones with music? For me personally, I think I watch both, but I prefer watching speed builds with voiceovers more. Some of my favorite speed builders that do voiceovers that I really enjoy listening to is, of course, Simlicy. I also love watching Miss Marino, Rachel Ped, and currently I am enjoying speed builds from Simmery Sims. There are also speed builders that does ambient music or lo-fi music or ending background music that I really enjoy, like Pansim Girl, and I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce their name correctly, but Grena Sims. I really enjoy watching their content recently. They're very good in terms of building, and I really also like the choice of music that they do. So, yeah. You can also share in the comments down below who are your favorite builders, or your preference in terms of speed builds, if you like watching the ones with voiceovers or with the music, or both. So, yep, I think I have already talked about the things that I really want to talk about. So for now, I won't force myself to speak or do a full voiceover, but hopefully gradually we could, you know, do these full voiceovers where I actually talk about the build. So I only talked about my situation and talked over about this build. So maybe next time I'll do a voiceover again, and we'll actually try to explain my building process. But for now, that's all I have for you today. So this build is already up in the Sims 4 gallery. My ID is simpolcheeks, which is the same as my YouTube handle and everywhere else. You can also find it under the hashtag simpolcheeks. If you want the tray files, they are linked in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all a wonderful weekend. Let's talk again on my next video. Bye!